Rack it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up, I got some gas, some packs, I'm up in the greenhouse. Ball it up, I'm with the gang, we taking shots off the rebound. Fucking my post to say now, I've been humble too long, yeah. Tell them all to stay calm, yeah. Tell them all to move on, yeah. Fucking my post to say now, they be lost in the sauce, yeah. Took a loss, that's your loss, yeah. Had to get my point across, hey. Smoking that dope from Edmond, we the new meth in Redmond. We ain't real blood, but we brethren. Run up a check and it's pending. She talking my news, what send them. Fuck with the fam, you a dead man. Jesus, peace on my pending. And we still independent. ISO.
This podcast is sponsored by Easy Skip Tracing. Go to www.easyskiptracing.com for some of the most quality data in the marketplace. In fact, Easy Skip Tracing believes in good quality data so much that they're willing to provide you the leads as long as you skip trace the list with the company. Listen, text 1K leads to 44222 and get 1,000 free leads as long as you purchase the skip tracing with Easy Skip. This podcast is sponsored by the REI Lead Vault. The REI Lead Vault is a real-world Podio workspace solution designed by real estate professionals for real estate professionals. Check it out at the reileadvault.com.
Nothing but nuggets. Yeah. See, I'm telling you, man. Came from nothing to something. Now we giving you game. Dropping nothing but nuggets.
What's up with Sorry, got a little feed. Give me 1 second. It's your boy Antoine Campbell with the REI Giver. Today is a very, very special episode. We're going to be talking about something very important in business that most people overlook, which is relationship capital. What is relationship capital? It's the ability to create great relationships and cash in on them and in a different time. Like, you maybe create a great relationship with a realtor, a broker, a title attorney, and then that relationship flourishes later on down the road. So that's what, to me, the definition of relationship capital. I'm bringing on the expert when it comes to relationship management for our business and all of that good stuff, Isabelle. She's all the way from Vancouver, Canada. And me and her been friends for a few years. I met her through Facebook. Once again, Facebook is an awesome place. And she introduced me to a product that I've been implementing in my business for the last 12 months. And it really blew my business up because it created something different, right? The customer retention. Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was afraid to share this because it gave me advantage over my competitors. But I realized that at the end of the day, there's no such thing as competition. As long as you do what you're supposed to do and provide good quality customer service, there will always be a market for your business. So without no further ado, I want to introduce you all to my guest today.
Thank you, Antoine. Thank you very much. I was honored for you to ask me to be on here. We did meet a couple of years ago through Facebook, and I still remember the day that I met you and your wife, LaShawn, and just your energy. When we got onto a Zoom call, your energy together, and you just had me motivated for the whole rest of the day. I just absolutely loved it, and I thought these are two people that I absolutely need to stay in touch with and get to know better. And that's kind of where we went from there, and here we are now. So
yeah, honestly, I appreciate relationships like this where you nurture over years. I look forward to checking my mailbox randomly and I get something in the mail. Thank you for my birthday gift, even though I only check my mailbox once a month because it's a UPS box. I appreciate the thought and the generosity. And, you told me that that's what matters to people. Just being personable, taking the time to say, hey, thank you. I appreciate you. And that really opened me up to wanting to, work with you with the whole send out card thing. So let's let's introduce everybody. Y'all introduce yourself, but what exactly do you do?
Well, I do multiple things actually. So my husband and I are in real estate. He's been in real estate for 15 years. I joined him 8 years ago. Do very well with it. We're 100% relationship referral based business. We do not pay any money for leads, marketing, advertising, or anything that way. When I joined Ken, my husband, in real estate, we already were, thanking, like if somebody sent us a referral, a friend that wanted to buy a home or, was looking to sell their home. It's a huge honor for them to actually be willing to put their name behind us, and I thought, and I'm just so thankful for that. That's what pays our bills. That's what, at the time our kids were in high school in sports, that's what paid for their sports, so I would go out and I would buy, thank you cards and put a $25 gift certificate normally in there for like a coffee and send them a thank you for your referral. And one thing that we do is if somebody sends us a referral, we send them a thank you with, well, now we've changed. Now I use send out cards for it and it saved me a whole bunch of money and a whole bunch of time. But we send a thank you for the referral, whether they end up going with us or not, because that person has taken the time to put their name behind us and refer the people over. But what we did find, and I absolutely love making people's day, making people smile. I think the world needs more of that, especially nowadays with everything that's going on, in social media, and that can just, kind of escalate to the negative, or you can be a positive influence in the world. And so I actually went looking for send out cards because I found that, I was falling behind in sending the thank yous. I was falling behind in celebrating people's birthdays, or if there was a new baby in the family or anything like that. And it's just building relationships with, everybody that we meet and becoming memorable and being known as that person that reaches out just because, no intentions behind it, So I actually went looking for send out cards because I thought this is getting ridiculous. We had all these cards that I had written out. We didn't have any stamps. We still had to go to the post office. And my husband, not even a word of a lie, my husband came home one time with a bunch of cards that he had filled out and everything, just had to put some postage on it. And on his way home, his coffee ended up spilling all over them.
Oh my God.
We had all these envelopes with coffee stain all over them, So I was up late one night and I thought, in today's technology, there's got to be something better. There's got to be. So I just went on to Google and I started looking and I ended up coming across send out cards and I found it. So I started looking into the company and I thought, this is absolutely exactly what we need in our business right now. This company, I can create a card, a thank you card, and I can add a gift. They've got selection of, I think, over 500 different gifts that I can choose from on there. And I can do this within 2 minutes. And then the company prints, stuffs, stamps, and delivers everything for us. I'm done. Once I've created it on my phone or my laptop, that's it. It's done. So I joined right away. And we started putting our clients into our system. I use it in multiple ways. For instance, on Facebook, if I see that somebody's birthday is coming up and I don't have their address, I'll send them a message and say, I see your birthday's coming up. Do you mind sending me your address? I'd love to send you a birthday card. I love to celebrate people and send cards. I've never had anybody say no. We use it definitely in multiple ways. Now they've got ways that we can send in like heartfelt cards, and they've got different packages that you can join with. There's no obligation whatsoever. You can join for 1 month. If you don't like it, you can cancel at any time. The subscriptions, you can go up and down. If you're planning on sending lots of cards this month, you can go into the unlimited one. If you plan on only sending a few, there's different tiers that you can go down. You can change from those at any time. We are on the unlimited. With the unlimited, we pay $97 a month, and we can send unlimited heartfelt cards, and that includes postage. So that's an unbelievable deal, right? Now, these are heartfelt cards, and the heartfelt cards are the best cards because those are they're individual, coming from your heart to that one person, So, Antoine, I'll be sending you a thank you for having me on your podcast. I had an absolutely awesome time. I'll take a photo of us here probably. Create it on my phone within 2 minutes, hit send, company does it all, and you'll receive it, and it's free, all with a subscription I'm on.
That's amazing because anybody that's in business should be applying these basic tactics to their business, whether or not they're a real estate agent, they're a wholesaler, they run a cow practice business, anything. You should be sending something to your customers, letting them know thank you. And that's what I fell in love with, this whole setup. Now, you said something to me earlier that was kind of interesting. You don't really buy leads. Everything comes off a referral base. How in the world can you sustain something like that consistently to provide for both you and your husband? Do you mind sharing a few tips?
It's just honestly, it's just we've built, being in business for as long as we have, it's just building those relationships. We keep in contact and keep in touch with our sphere. I don't want to just say clients, it's our sphere. You never know anybody that we know. If we go to a networking event, we take their business card, we meet somebody, we take their business card, I send them a nice to meet you. Boom, they're in our system, right? We can stay in touch with them. And just in staying in touch, whether it's multiple touches, we do client appreciation events, which this year now with COVID, it's going to be a lot more difficult. So I've been trying to figure out, because we always do one in the summertime and we do one at Christmas. At Christmas, we normally rent like the whole arena here. We have got a skating arena and they do an amazing job of decorating it. Yeah, they decorate it right out with like Christmas trees, and they've got sleighs and they've got Christmas music playing, and the Christmas lights, like you feel like you're outdoors and on a pond. And so we rent the arena and we invite all of our clients, families, everybody's always invited. We pay for the skate rentals. I bring in, cocoa and treats and that, and just make it a really nice family event. Now throwing in the send out cards, it's been fun because since we started using send out cards these last couple of years, I usually had my children going around with a camera and taking photos of people skating, posing in front of the Christmas trees or on the sleigh, and we're able to take those photos and put them onto a card and send it to the people that attended. So it's all relationship building.
So I'm assuming up north, Christmas is a very big thing for you guys.
Yeah.
The wonderful cold weather, you're closer to the North Pole. Like I know
cold.
Yeah.
It's cold here. So I don't know what we're going to do this year. I'm thinking of, I don't know exactly. I've got a few different ideas, but I'm thinking maybe photos with Santa, do something that it's more like one-on-one. Maybe I'll partner up with a photographer and then we can send these memories in a card to people afterwards, so it's, it's client events, it's building relationships, right? And appreciating on those that work with you and help you. We do client events. My husband used to call it dialing for dollars, right? He would take 20 people and just call them, like people that he knew somehow was in his network, whether they were past clients, just to see how they're doing, if they're liking their home, however, and it was just a touching base, right? But people know that you're in real estate, you're calling, they're naturally going to say, how's the market doing? What's happening with this? Hey, I'm kind of curious what my home is worth now. We've been here for a couple of years. We've done some renovations. Would you mind coming in and doing a evaluation and seeing where we're at right now? We may be interested in selling. Some people it's just, touching base and seeing how you're doing, and people appreciate, right? It's not doing a sale and moving on to the next one. It's continually staying in touch with those that have worked with you before.
So what's the possibility of you working with somebody and then next thing you know, they need another home or second home? Is that common in what you do, or you pushing for a referral for someone else that may know they need a home?
No, we do a lot of repeat business also. We do a lot of repeat business. And now like there's a lot of differences between the US and Canada. And one thing that you guys have there, I'm not totally familiar, but from what I've been seeing online and kind of learning, is like, I'm going to use Zillow, for example. We don't have Zillow here yet, right? But
oh wow,
I see Zillow in the US. I see it really overtaking and people just going on and like applying to Zillow. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but applying to Zillow and finding a realtor from like right through Zillow. And I feel strongly that we have built strong relationships. We always work in our client's best interest. We've talked clients many times, or I should say my husband, he's talked clients many times out of a sale. Just last year, we were like this close. We're with REMAX, and they have different awards and that you can win based on sales. and commissions. And we were like this close to Chairman's Club. And we had a client that was looking in the $2 to $3 million range. And if he would have sold it, we would have made our Chairman's Club, you know. But when he came home, he told me, my husband said, I just talked myself out of a sale today. And he had taken this client through a home. The home was like, the guy said, yeah, let's write an offer. You know, this will work. And Ken looked at him and he said, you know, I don't see you don't look really excited about this home. You're just kind of taking it because it's, you know, it's out there and you just want to kind of find something and do, but you're in no hurry to move either, are you? And he said, no, I'm not. And he says, well, when you're spending that much money, I think like you should be walking into a home and being excited and saying like, I love this. Let's write an offer. Not, you know, so he talked and the guy said, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. So he talked himself out of a sale because we always work in the best interest of our clients, not the best interest of us. Right. But
And
our
that's
clients know
integrity.
that.
That's hard to teach. That's something, you know, here in America, especially in the real estate scene, integrity is something that's really hard to come by. People just chasing that money and they'll do anything to make it. So that tells a lot about you and your husband.
You're always chasing, you know. For us, like we have leads that come in that aren't referrals, and we can't even, like, quite often we refer them out to other agents in our office because we just don't have the time and the ability to help. You know, we really focus on our current past clients and referrals that come in from current past clients, sphere of influence. But I can honestly say, when I'm sure it's going to be when Zillow comes into our area, I'm not worried about our client. Like, I know our clients, they might find something on Zillow, but I know that they're going to call us and say, hey, can you look into this for us? Because they know us and they trust us. They know that we work in their best interest.
So what is the process like in Canada? If say I want to buy a home, do I just like go to do you have like an MLS or do I just come to you and you tell me what's available?
Yeah, we have an MLS. We have an MLS. We do things like, there is some things that we do quite different. I'm an executive with Send Out Cards, so I work with agents and different businesses all across Canada, all across the US, all around the world, actually.
Right.
Send Out Cards does send out all across the world. But you know, in talking with agents in the States, like one thing that we don't have here, and I believe you call it escrow there, but it's right, like somebody can, which I just think is crazy, like somebody can close on their home and then they can back out the day before they're supposed to move out and the next person moves in.
Exactly. It happens all the time. It's quite, you know, you get people who get a house, they go through the home inspection, and then it's a clause in the contract, and like a couple days before settlement, they get cold feet and walk away and get their money back, their deposit.
Yeah, see, no, that's crazy. So we have subject removals, and you know, we can say, okay, all subjects come off, you know, on the 15th of the month. I'm just going to use an example, throw out some dates there. All subjects come out, right? So it's going to be the inspection, you know, whatever. Once subjects come off, it's closed and done. But we can have, like, we have subjects and then we have completion and possession date, right? So we can have possession a month after everything comes out. So people have a month to organize movers, you know, change the bills into their name and do everything, and they move in and the house is there ready for them. So it just sounds a little bit crazy down there, but it sounds like it always works out.
It's like the Wild West out here. Is there anything protecting the seller when it comes to, like, you know, title issues or warranties on the deeds and things of that sort up there?
No, everything goes pretty smoothly. Everything, once in a while you have, you know, a thing here or there or whatever, but no, everything goes pretty smoothly. So we've built relationships also. Like, I have to say, we've built really good relationships with inspectors here, with lenders here, with kind of everybody that we need. And we invite them to our client appreciation parties. You know, I celebrate their birthdays. I send them thank yous for referrals. And we get a lot of referrals, you know, just from people that we work with in that kind of a way. And then we just all work together, you know, and making sure, and same with the agents, you know, and that's another thing that is very different here. And I shouldn't say all of Canada. I don't know the rest of Canada, but where we are, we're actually in a small little town. And we know everybody here, all the agents. So we all work together. Like, we don't go after expireds.
Wow.
We don't go after expireds like you do down there. I've worked with a lot of agents and helped them get expired campaigns and that going, and they've been extremely successful in the US. But if you were to do that here, it just would not be a good thing. So a couple of years ago, or last year, I think it was a couple of years ago, we had a client that came to us that wanted to open up a new business. And she had a building. She wanted to buy the building and open up her business in it. And she knew the building that she wanted. It was an awesome location. It had been on the market 6 months before, but was off the market, didn't sell. And she contacted my husband and said, I want to buy that building. So we could have easily, we know the owner of that building. We could have easily contacted that owner and said, we have a client that wants to, and we could have double-ended it. But what we do here is we found out who the last agent was that had it listed, contacted him and said, we have a client that's interested in the listing that you had, 6 months ago. Can you find out if they're still interested in selling it? And she ended up buying it, and we ended up doing the deal. And so that's how
Man,
it's quite different.
That's crazy, because most realtors here, man, they just like, oh well, you don't have the listing anymore. It's my listing, and I want to get double the fee, whatever.
Yeah. No, I think if we did that here, we wouldn't have agents showing our listings. We all work together, and it all works out. It all totally, absolutely works out, and it's been good.
So what your day-to-day? What does your day-to-day look like? Do you have an office? Do you work from home? Are you virtual? How does that look for you?
It's right now, now it's definitely mostly virtual. We do have an office, but we are in the process of moving. So we actually right now we have an office, but we don't have an office. We're with REMAX here, and they're moving into a whole new building. It's going to be an awesome location. But the building's not ready for us yet. So but with COVID and that, we're all, working from home and that anyways. My husband and I love working from home, and we love going to coffee shops and meeting with clients there and, doing that. We're not in the office that often. We do have an assistant that helps us in our real estate business. She's absolutely awesome. She's been with us for years now. And so we have a private office in the office just so she can go in and she can work from there. So, but right now with this whole COVID, she's got an elderly father that is at high risk and that. And so she's, staying home and keeping everybody safe.
Speaking of COVID, how did the COVID epidemic or pandemic really change your business? Did it change your business for the good or the bad? And what some things you did to pivot to make some corrections in order to adjust to today's current situation with COVID?
Well, these last couple of months, as soon as the restrictions and the, what was it called? The isolation, can't think of the word, everybody was forced to stay home and that. Quarantine. Yeah. Once quarantine was lifted and taken off, the market went crazy, absolutely crazy. Homes here are going for more than asking price, multiple offers on them. It just absolutely went nuts. Before, at the beginning of the year, we actually have a second home in Mexico, and we were in Mexico when this whole thing first started. We don't have TV or anything down there, so I didn't.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I didn't totally know what the heck was going on.
I think I've seen you post about that. You have a boat to go with that home too, right? Or maybe I'm tripping.
No, the boat's here. The boat is here. We're on an island.
You got a boat in Canada.
Yeah, we have our boat in Canada. Yeah, in Mexico, we got the house down there. So we bought three properties down there. So all kind of together. I don't know we built on one, and then the other two are kind of in front of our home. I'm not sure what we're going to do with those yet.
So not to get off subject, why Mexico out of all places? Why not Florida? I'm just curious to know.
Well, Mexico is closer for us. But also the big reason is my husband's a huge into kiteboarding. And where we go, it's in the Baja. And it's known all around the world for their kiteboarding. You're pretty much guaranteed every day, consistent wind. So he started going.
That's Cabos, right? Baja is part of Cabos.
Yeah, we're just 2 hours away from Cabo. 2-hour drive. Yeah.
I see what you mean. Now it makes sense.
Yeah. So he started going down there because he met some people here. He was kiteboarding out here, met some people on the beach that happened to have a home. It's Liventana where we go to. And so he went down one time with them and, absolutely loved it. We started going down there for holidays and then started thinking, maybe we'd like to purchase a place here too and start coming down for a few months at a time. So that's what we do. We ended up building a home, and so now we try to. This year we're not going to go till January, but we normally go November till April. Come home for Christmas, but we try to kind of go November to April.
So what was that process like? I'm just curious. Like, you're an international buyer, and you went down there, you bought some land, and you built a home. Was it easy finding contractors, or was it one company to handle everything for you?
No, we actually knew a local there that is a builder and contractor, and it was his. There, the Mexican government had years ago gifted the local Mexican people there a bunch of land, right? So some of them are like kind of selling it off, and we got to know one of the locals there. He's an awesome guy. His family and they're just absolutely unbelievable people, and excellent work ethics. And so he just approached us and said, I've got 3 properties here. Actually, the whole area, there's other properties in our area, and we know everybody that bought around us. We've called it Candida because almost everybody is, something with Canada. Almost everybody's from Canada that's in there in this area. There's some processes definitely that are different, like when you're buying internationally like that, you gotta, like for us, everything had to be cash. Like I don't know if you can get loans and that, but you got to do. We basically just paid cash for everything. So there's certain, with title transfers and that, there's certain things that you take a little bit of a chance on. We thought, okay, like, they can turn around and take it. Like, it is the Mexican government. I don't know. I just trust the process. And we went, okay, like if we do lose everything and the government comes in and takes it, we're going to cry for a few days probably, because we're going to lose all that money. But I don't think it'll happen. I feel fine about it. Yeah. And we love it. It's too cold here. Way too cold in the wintertime. We need to go somewhere where there's sunshine and vitamin D.
Exactly. So what's showing your husband plans for the next 12 months, right? What are some things you hope to accomplish with your business? Are you trying to scale it? Are you trying to scale back? Are you trying to spend more time, with each other? Like, what's your plans?
Yeah. That's a really, really good question. We definitely we're definitely, we just want to work with our clients and the referrals that they send us. We're not looking to increase and grow. My husband always talks about like the circle of life. It's like a wheel, right? And you've got all the different spokes, and all the spokes have to be even for the wheel to turn nicely. Right. We want to be able to enjoy our home in Mexico more, go away. We're good with sharing leads and sharing, clients that with other agents in our office. We all work really well together. We are hoping to retire in the next couple of years here. I've been working, doing marketing. Marketing is my background and marketing is my passion. I absolutely love it, right? And the relationship marketing is right up my alley also. So I have been working on kind of like a coaching, working with other realtors and just helping everybody be more successful. It's funny when you first said how you didn't want to share it at the very beginning because you wanted to I thought the exact same thing. When we started sending out cards and brownies and gifts and people were, posting it on their Facebook page and giving us shout outs and, and sending us referrals, like our business just totally went crazy. And I thought, this is the best thing ever. I'm not telling anybody else about it. But you're absolutely right. I've shared it with everybody in my office now. There's business for everybody, right? It's unlimited out there. There's business for everybody. And we all have different clients, different people that we know, so there is no competition. But I do, I definitely, one of my passions that I would love to do is to work with more agents and businesses and that, and just help everybody be more successful, be more relational. It's something, I'm not sure exactly what that whole plan is, but I just take it day by day and see where it takes me.
I think you'll figure it out. What's 3 things you can give a business owner they can implement right now to see a difference in their bottom line within the next 6 months?
Definitely become more relational. Start thanking people for being your customer. I just worked with actually a beauty salon that we created a card for them that just said, thank you for supporting my small business.
Wow.
Right? Thank you for supporting my small business. And I think when those people are going to get receive that card, they realize it's more than just going in and getting their nails done or getting, they realize like they're actually making a difference in this person's life. She's got 2 children. Her husband works away. She's working her butt off to just try to be able to, pay her rent. And, so when somebody comes in and spends their hard-earned money, you appreciate it. And you have to let people know that you appreciate it, right? And you appreciate their business.
I tell people that all the time, like, when people traveling to come to your establishment, they probably pass maybe 5 to 10 of the same establishments to get to yours. Treat them with respect and dignity and be passionate and just be grateful that they're coming here to spend their hard-earned money with you, because it was a choice. It's not forced.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, absolutely. And become involved in your community. I think that's something that's really important too. In one way or another, whether it's your neighborhood, like for us, we're in a smaller town, right? I think we're population like 9,000, maybe 10,000 people, which
Wow,
is
that's
pretty
small.
small. Yeah, it's very small. So it's easy for us to be involved in our community. We partake in Canada Day festivities. We sponsor different things. We're hands-on, as much as we can and help. And I do a lot of support local initiatives in our town because I don't know, like I absolutely love when people become entrepreneurs and take that, it's you can be comfortable and go to your day-to-day job, but it really takes a lot of guts and a lot of courage to go out on your own. And I know like these people have a dream and they have a vision, and and I absolutely love it, and I like to celebrate it, and I like to help them in that way, but I think really become involved in your community. People are going to absolutely appreciate that. Thank on your clients and your customers that come in and support you. Let them know that you appreciate it and that they're making a difference. What would be another one? I have to think about that one. There's lots of ways, lots of
Is there a certain sequence? Once you get a brand new client to come into your funnel, they maybe spent a little money with you, they didn't spend a lot. Is there a certain sequence when it comes to building that relationship to get them to kind of spend more or do more business with you that you can kind of like recommend?
That's a good question. I do a lot of my things based on just promptings. It's like I have like this inner voice that says, you need to do this.
Right.
Like I'll go on Facebook and I see that somebody is like absolutely devastated because they had to put their dog down and they've posted pictures of their dog. Well, I'll make like a beautiful card and send it to them because my heart just goes out to them, and I'll just, no intentions behind it. I just want them to have a smile and a nice memory, for something, right? But I really believe in the law of, like, is it reciprocity?
Yes.
The law, right? Like just what you put out will always come back to you. Like don't do it with any intentions. Just have good intentions, right? There's that saying, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you do, but people will never forget how you made them feel.
Exactly.
Right?
I like that saying. I don't know where I seen that from, but I seen it not too long ago in a quote.
Yeah. And it's very true, right? And I really think like when I see all the fighting and hate and everything that's going on right now, more than ever, we need kindness out in the world,
I agree.
right? Be the lighthouse in the storm. Don't partake in the storm.
So it's safe to say that you're a master planting seeds and coming back for your harvest later with no attention.
Yes. Yeah. Some will grow.
That's an amazing talent.
Some don't. Yeah. I like how you put that. That's right.
Because so many people, like, they have this, microwave mindset, hey, I paid for this course. Hey, I signed up for this. And the next day they expect for all these results to come in. And that's not the case. You know what I mean? Like, I talk to clients all the time, when it comes to my VA business. And I know they're not ready right now, but I know if I continue to have that conversation with them and continue to talk to them and answer any questions they may have, one day they're going to wake up and say, okay, I'm ready to be a customer. And that's just the way it is in business.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's when it's time for them, right? When they're ready for them. It's the same with us in real estate, right? People might have us come in and then they have cold feet. They want to list their house. And actually our best friends, one of our very best friends, I kind of laughed with them because It was like one day they would have the sign on their front lawn, and then the next day they would have the sign off, and then a couple days later they'd put the sign back out, and we just you know what, it doesn't. They never ended up selling. They're still living in that home, and you spend money on photos and whatever else. That's all cool. If they're not ready, they're not ready. We're not going to force them. But you know
Right.
what? Because we never had any like bad intentions, we weren't angry about it. We totally understand that they're doing what's right for them, and that's all cool. Well, they've sent us referrals like crazy. And not that we did it for that, and maybe some won't have referrals to send you, but it always works out. Just trust the process.
Yeah, I always tell people, trust the process, do what you say you're gonna do, and just believe in your product, right? Just be passionate. If you feel like you're the best realtor for this client, you're going to believe in that, and eventually they're going to see that and take you up on that offer. Just like me,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the best person that anybody can go to get a virtual assistant, to get them trained, to get them matched into your business, to help you set up processes. Before we started doing this, it was just, if you need a VA, call this call center, they'll help you, or you can go on Fiverr or Upwork. There was nobody really hands-on helping you implement these remote employees into your business seamlessly. So
Yep.
that's why I feel good about what we're doing. Eventually, you might not be a customer now, but tomorrow, I guarantee you, you may be a customer next week because of the referrals. And that's why I really want to have you on, because people think they just got to pay. I honestly, is a testament that relationship marketing is truly something that everybody should be doing. I don't care if you had a business, you are a high level executive for a company. If you create these relationships with other people, that's going to bring in revenue for the company you work for, and that secures your job. And at the end of the day, you have to be of value to people, and that's what relationship marketing is: becoming of value to people, even if they didn't ask you. You send somebody a card because the cat got euthanized. They didn't. Nobody prompted you to do that. You did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard to teach that type of stuff. You have to really be passionate.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And it's exactly like how you say, like, I know you in your business now are using send out cards, and like that's the one company that I'm with and that. But before that, like I say, like when I first met you and LaShawn, just your energy and how fun you are and everything is like, I want to like get to know these people better. And like I just absolutely love it. Right. And I love watching your journey, all along the way in that. And, you know, like I've tagged you a lot of times when I've seen somebody looking for virtual assistants and that, because I also know who you are, and
Right.
I totally feel 100% comfortable putting my name behind you and your company. Right. So
I
when I see
appreciate that.
that somebody's looking, like, I've tagged you, I've sent your information many times. It's like, you need to talk to Antoine. This is a person that you need to connect with. Right. You just do it because I know it's helping both. I know it's helping the person that's looking, it's helping you in your business, and I feel, 100% comfortable referring you in your company.
Amazing. Thank you. So everybody I bring on my platform, I always ask this one question. It's 2020, right? Which means it's the start of a new decade. What do you see yourself in the next 10 years, around 2030, at the end of that decade?
Retired, sitting at our house on the pool at the beach.
You sure you're going to
Mexico.
retire? Everybody talk to retire again, they end up coming back.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess retirement is different for everybody.
Exactly. I agree. So
Right?
what is your
You can be
definition
working.
of retirement? What does that look like? Let's close our eyes and pretend you finally hit that threshold. You and your husband are very comfortable financially, mentally, spiritually, and you are ready to spend what day to day, like how you wake up, what you eat, what you do. I want to know, because I get inspired. Like everybody I'm around, I get inspired, because that's the thing. I'm 32 years old, and I would love to be retired by the time I'm 40. That don't mean I'm actually stopped working. It just means my day-to-day involvement is very limited.
Yeah, it's what you want to do, right? It's not somebody telling you,
Right.
So I had said it to my husband before, because like I say, like, I'm working with agents and different businesses around. I absolutely love that part that I'm doing, and I'm kind of creating a business with that. And we talk about, my husband talks about joining me because he's got so many awesome nuggets in that also, just because we're two totally different people, but we bring different value into this kind of a system, right? Working with businesses, agents, yada, yada. So we do talk about retirement quite often, like, because we want to retire in the next couple of years. Here is our plan. But I've told him, I said, you know, it's kind of funny because we talk about retirement, but then we talk about building this business with helping other entrepreneurs and building their business and, you know, getting into the coaching a bit and kind of doing that. And then I laugh and I said, so it doesn't actually sound like retirement then, right? If we're like talking about retiring, but we're going to be doing this other business, but the whole thing is we can do that from anywhere in the world. We can do that
Exactly.
from Mexico by our poolside. We can, it's our time, right? We do it yeah, when we want, how we want, where we want, versus having to be here because we've got closings that are happening and and we can't leave because of this or that, or, you know, your phone's ringing off the hook and midnight, you know, you got to have your phone on at midnight and not go to bed yet because there's a closing that's happening tomorrow and subjects haven't come off yet. And, you know, so it's just doing what you love, right? There's that saying also, do what you love
Yeah.
and you'll never work a day in your life.
Like honestly, the last 3 years haven't felt like work for me personally. I
Exactly.
can't speak on nobody else. But I wake up and, you know, there's challenges. There's challenges with the businesses we run. There's, you know, dealing with problematic employees. You know, you have 30 people on your payroll. You have to cater to all these different personalities on a day-to-day basis, you know. Last week we had a big issue in our company. And I think we put that behind us when it comes to just employees just not on the same page and, you know, mad at each other and going head to head about issues. And that's what happens when you grow. And to me, when you understand where you want to go in your life, you should already pre-calculate what risk it's going to take you to get there. So when I come across these thresholds or issues, I already know that this is a part of my growth. And I'm not as upset as an entrepreneur. I'm actually not happy that people in the workplace have issues, but I'm kind of happy because I know that this is a milestone letting us know we're getting to the next level because of the
Exactly. That's right. That's right. So you probably already feel semi-retired.
Oh yeah. I felt like I haven't worked since 2014. It's 2020, 6 years. Only thing I gotta do now is get my finances in order to be able to lounge around, you know, going out to eat and just chilling and not worrying about things and, you know, not looking at my phone. And when you take vacations and you're not worrying about, oh my God, I gotta pay this when I get back. To me, that's my definition of retirement. When you do go out on a vacation, you do go away for 2 weeks, you're not stressing about, oh my God, the first is here. I just gotta pay these. You're not stressing about none of that stuff because it's taken care of. You know what I mean? That's my definition of retire. It's not retiring on a certain fixed income because what I'm teaching myself in the books I've read so far is I don't need $3 million when I come to retire at 40. I just need several businesses that's generating hundreds of thousands of dollars a month that's going to take care of me for life. And I'm getting real-time money, and my money's not been eaten up by inflation. So I don't believe in 401ks and all that stuff. I believe in creating businesses and investing your money into long-term things that's going to constantly make you real-time money.
Totally. 100% right there with you. Yeah, 100%. And what's nice too is that you've got the multiple incomes coming in, right? Because look at all these people. I know I have a friend in the US that her husband, I believe it's for Delta, he's been with them for years. Like I think it's over 20 years. He's a pilot with them. And she said like they were living this beautiful life, right? He's a pilot, he makes lots of money. She's able to stay home. And all of a sudden, boom, this pandemic hits and he's been furloughed. He's gonna be out of a job. She thought
it's the same thing like with my dad, you know. Like my father owned a transportation company. And I told him years ago, and I'm not afraid to say this, but I say, hey, Dad, you are too exposed to one thing. You should be, when you make money from one business, you should be trying to figure out how to open up the next or invest in the next. Because at the end of the day, nothing's guaranteed. Even what I do with the VAs, that might go away. So I'm always trying to supplement my income by adding multiple revenues coming in. So if one thing crashes or go down, something else going to hold us up, right? And to me, that's what COVID showed us. No one's safe. I don't care how high up in the government you are. I don't care if you've been flying planes for 20 years. I don't care if you had your own business. I don't care if you had the best cheeseburgers. And, no one's safe. The restaurants got crushed. Property managers got crushed. Everybody got compromised in this pandemic. And to me, the only thing I can think of is creating businesses and structuring your businesses with relationship. building good, solid relationships will weather the storm to me, because I'm pretty sure, and I'm not being in your business, if you hit rock bottom, you can go on your phone. The first 10 people you call will help you out financially to get you back to where you need to go.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of seeds you planted. I can look and tell, like, this person has relationships everywhere. And that's what I try to do. I try to create relationships and create partnerships with people. And when I say partnerships, it don't mean we pen and pen business partners. It just means mentally we're there and we understand each other. And if one of us call each other about something, we know exactly what we need to do to help them. So creating that stuff to get to the next level, I think so many people are behind. And anybody out here watching this, you should be trying to figure out how to add 1 or 2 streams. Even send out cards. If you just promote that, they send you a check. They send me a check. I got them sitting on my nightstand. I'm gonna go cash them, but at the end of the day, it's money. You know, it's money coming in. You just gotta constantly produce money for your family and for your children. You know, I have 2 children, so that's what I'm passionate about, making sure they never have to struggle.
Exactly. And you know, when you say that, actually, it's funny because I was mentioning we were in Mexico when this whole pandemic kind of started, and we don't have TV or anything down there, but we've got our phones and computers, you know, social media.
Right.
And our kids were calling us. We were like, what the heck is going on back home? Like, everybody's running out of toilet paper, and like, it was panic back home, right? Down there, it wasn't. We thought, we had no idea. And my husband and I actually one morning, like, we were just looking because everybody was in such a panic. Like, you know, it was really sad. Like, I remember just feeling so sad, you know, but we were having coffee and we said, okay, like, what, everybody's going to be in quarantine. Everybody's going to be like, obviously we're not going to be able to show homes or sell homes, or, you know, and we don't know how long this is going to go for, but we actually sat down and kind of looked at our finances and kind of went, okay, you know what? And this was a really, really good feeling, because we said, we looked at everything and we said, because we have multiple streams of income, we have investments, we have, right? And we said, if we looked, and honestly, if we do not sell 1 more house this year at all, if it totally closes the market down and we can't do business and whatever, we are totally okay, because we have income coming in between what we get through send out cards, between what we get through investments that we have. We are totally set and fine. Our bills are paid, and that was such a huge relief off of our shoulders, just to know that.
But see, the issue is people put this negative stigma behind invest or promoting a product of someone else's, or investing in a product, or affiliating yourself and, you know, getting paid for that. And people don't understand, if you do it consistently, by the time you look at that check, like one of my checks I get from a company I promote, and I never talked about this, but I'm cool talking to you about it, that covers all of my bills, right? Like, I'm literally retired just from that. If I don't have to literally do nothing else and just promote that product, and I'm straight. But you know, at the end of the day, if you have 3, 4, 5 of them coming in, you know, and you look at your, you know, your bank account in the month, you're like, hey, I spent money, I went out to eat, I did everything I want to do, I paid all my people, and I still got a ton of money left in the bucket.
Yeah,
that's what it's about.
Totally. I know. And some people are like, what? Like, it's an affiliate program. I'm like, well, that's okay. I'll just keep sending cards and from my house in Mexico by the pool. You know, like, if you don't like that, you go back to your job in your office that you get 2 weeks off a year.
Right.
I'm pretty happy with so I have no issues whatsoever. You know, it's created financial freedom for us. So
and that, like I said, that goes back to relationships. And that's the whole point of the show today, to show my audience and to encourage them that, hey, if you're not a person that's willing to get on the phone and say, hey, how you doing? How was the product you bought from us? I do that a lot. I answer the phone randomly. People thinking they're going to talk to my employees. Sometimes I schedule myself to work inside the office, and I answer the phone. Hey, this is Antoine. How can I help you? Oh, my God, Antoine Campbell. And I'm like, okay, what you need? How you doing? Oh, I need this. And I go through them step by step to show them the product, because who else to teach you the product than the person who helped create it, right? And I feel really confident. Even when we used to do events, I used to speak on people's stages. I wasn't in the green room. I was the type of person that sat in the audience. Where I sat, I didn't sit in the VIP chairs. I sat right in the back in the early bird ticket session, to the people that I know that spent their last money to get there, that's hungry, that want to learn the information, to be of value to them, to answer any questions they may have. And that's just me building relationships. You know, them same people reach out to me. I remember you at the event. I want to work with you. I want to, you know, buy your product. I want to do this. I want to do that because I remember you being there for me when no one else was. And that's what it's all about.
Totally. And people can tell if it's genuine or if it's intentional, you know, like
Oh,
what's
yes, yes.
behind. And like, right when I met you guys, I knew you guys are genuine, like genuine people that love to see everybody succeed, right? Want to help everyone. And that's something that just really, you know, like I say, had me thinking I need to know these people. I want to be connected with them in one way or another, you know, somehow, right? But I loved your
Right.
energy.
So someone's asking, what is this sending cost? I guess you can kind of recap what is send out cards. Put the link up there. Your link, mine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
At the end of the show, I'm going to put the link in the show notes anyway, so people can go and sign up.
Yeah.
Isabelle, she does a really good job with onboarding people and talking to people, even though that's not even her job. And she'll say, "Hey, let's hop on a Zoom so I can show you this." And when I first was trying to rationalize myself, why am I doing this? And say, "Hey, Isabelle, can I do this with my VAs?" And you said, "Sure." I said, "Really? Okay, sign me up because
Yeah.
I don't." And then next thing you know, everybody who made a purchase, we're sending them brownies. Next thing you know, I'm getting tagged on Instagram. My stuff going viral. People like, "Oh my God, these brownies!" I'm like, "They're just brownies," but it's the fact that we thought about them after the
Yeah.
sale was really
Totally.
so to me, you know. And like I said, I was really shy about sharing this stuff. But I know there's someone out there that maybe own a credit repair company, a trucking company, you know, a realtor. They need this in their business in order to scale and get to the next level.
100%. You know what? When we started using it, it was 2 years. We went to 100%. We were about 56% referral based. We went to 100% referral based. We don't buy any leads, nothing. And, you know, you always have those eye-opening moments. And we had gone to the accountant and we had taken ourselves from platinum to chairman's club, which is like a huge jump in the company, right? With
Wow.
REMAX. Yeah, really big jump. And like actually close, you know, close to Titans, which is like the highest and done, you know, doing really well. But when you get your books back from the accountant, he showed like our dollars, our commissions went like this, and not a word of lie. We didn't spend any other money on marketing. All we did was appreciate on our sphere of influence, our clients, and that our marketing dollars spent like huge down, our commissions huge up. And in the end of it all, it doesn't matter how much you make. If you're spending it all, right? It's what stays in
Exactly.
your bank account, right?
And that's what I was telling people about a few months ago. I said, "Hey, you looking at these big time real estate investors and wholesalers? Yeah, we did 4 million. But if you open their books and they spent 3.3 million in marketing and payroll and all, and you know all this other stuff, what's
That's
the
a
point?
big headache. Oh, I
What's
just
the
couldn't
point?"
imagine, you know? Yeah, totally. Totally. So send out cards is the best system that, like I always say that we have a tool belt, and it's one of the tools in our tool belt, but it's our main tool in our tool belt. It makes it super easy and extremely affordable to reach out and stay in touch with people and celebrate others and create relationships, keep you top of mind. I think you said you're going to you're going to put the link in afterwards.
Yeah. Afterwards, we just when we get offline, just text it to them and I add it in there.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, so you can add the link on afterwards. I'm totally here to help anybody like onboard, get them started, figure out how to work it in your business, because what we do might not be totally what will work for you, right? So I like to
Right.
meet with people and say like, how do you work your business, and kind of like figure out and learn about you, and then we go, okay, this is what you should be implementing in, right? Is there anything else? I'm trying to think what I'm missing.
You know, how can people reach out to you? Because at the end of the day, I think teaching people relationship marketing, teaching people how to like not depend on buying leads, it's a whole
Yeah.
market within itself. I think everybody in Mother will sign up for a product if you put that out tomorrow, because
Yeah.
that's what's missing. You know what I mean? Even you, I would want to buy that because at the end of the day, no one's teaching us that. Everyone's teaching us go buy the leads, go buy the leads. No one's teaching create the relationships with all these different people, and the leads will come to you.
Exactly. So you can reach out to me through Facebook. I'm not sure exactly how you have the things here, but if you want to send me a message or a friend request on Facebook and just send me a message letting me know that we met through this here, then I know, you know, where you're coming in from.
Uh,
IsabelleDroog.com.
I put your name up there so they can see your name.
Okay, yeah,
on
I
the
was gonna say,
screen.
oh, perfect. Perfect. And I have a website also that kind of you can go in and see like the business, how to use it in business, like you send out cards in business, what it's all about in that. If you go to isabelledroog.com, so my name.com, that takes you to my website and you can get information there.
And also, you're going to be, I didn't tell people, you're going to be speaking at the Drip Conference and teaching people this stuff too. So like
I
if you, so if you're in business, you should be coming to the Drip Conference. She's going to be teaching you so much stuff how to scale your business. I just didn't want to create another real estate company. I want to go out and get people that have different points of views of generating leads and creating business and creating relationships that can really impact your business. So she's definitely going to be at the conference. I invited
And
her
I'm
when we,
working on an awesome, awesome
yeah,
presentation that I'm
I
gonna
can't
really
wait.
have metrics,
That's one of the ones
numbers.
I want to see because this right here is something that I want to double down on. I'm launching 2 more companies. I've been really quiet about. My wife said, "Don't say nothing to nobody. Just
Yeah,
execute it, crush it, make the money, and then once you feel comfortable and confident about it, then you talk about it publicly." But right now, Antoine, just you can't tell everybody everything you're doing. So like, I'm always investing in myself. I just got this package in the mail. I'm going to the Grant Cardone event Friday and Saturday. It's teaching me how to basically really ramp up my business. Like, 'cause I tell
yeah,
anybody, I help people and show people stuff, but I'm always going to be a student to the game. I'm always going to be investing in myself so that I can create businesses that's going to feed me and my family for years to come.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's awesome.
So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You
Thank
can just get a
you.
copy of this from my Facebook page if you wanted to take it down and share it to everybody. That's cool. And I appreciate you. I see you at the Drip Conference. We're going to get your flyer made up so that everybody can know. We're going to get you a link so you can share with your audience and let everybody know you're going to be speaking at this amazing 4-day conference. 40 speakers, 40 hours worth of content for 4 days. I never seen nothing like it, so I can't wait.
I can't wait. Thank you so much for having me on and for inviting me on to be on here. I
Thank you. I
totally
appreciate you.
appreciate
I
you.
see you next time.
Sounds good. Thanks, Antoine.
All right, talk to you later. You can go ahead and get off. You good? I'm gonna go ahead and finish with my announcements and things I got. And thank you so much for coming on the show.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Thank you. We will connect.
Okay,
Have an
bye bye.
awesome afternoon. Bye-bye.
Definitely, you
Oh,
too.
I have to learn how to.
So listen, guys. Um, so listen, guys. Got a few announcements before I get out of here. If you want to reach out to her, just follow her on Facebook. She's an amazing person. Me and my wife both love her. Especially with sending out the cars and the brownies and all that good stuff. I'm inside the V1 virtual office, as you see. It's an amazing thing what we're building here at V1. If you haven't gotten your drip tickets, get your drip tickets. We extended the $97 sale because so many people reached out and said, "Hey, I'm not getting paid till next week, blah, blah, blah." I don't want to leave anybody behind. It's not about the money, but definitely get your $97 drip tickets. If you want a more VIP package, get it. Sign up for the VIP package. You're going to get some amazing stuff. You get a 6-week free training with me, part of the mastermind that we're throwing together for the VIP package. If you're new and you're trying to get started in real estate investment, or you're trying to scale your business, or you're trying to hire remote people, do me a favor, text myself on 202-335-3322. Let's see what we can do to get you to the next level. If you've been in this business more than 6 months and haven't locked up a deal, you should be texting me so we can figure out how to get you to the next level. Whether that's a product I offer, whether that's a training, whether that's you hiring us for one-on-one, whatever that is, you need to be willing to invest in yourself and take your business more seriously so that way you can get to the next level. The Drip Conference is November 11th to the 14th. Guys, the $97 ticket it does not come with the recording. So I get the VIP general admissions. That comes with the recording just in case you miss a day or a few hours out of each event. You can get the recording. That's the only way to get the recording. So like I said, November the 11th to the 14th, we have over 40 speakers speaking. It's going to be amazing. Go to drip2020.com to get signed up. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. If you need somebody to hold your hand, but you're not ready for the one-on-one yet, but you got a little something in the bank and you really want to get going, join the masterclass, man. Text me masterclass to 202-335-3322. The masterclass is an awesome class too. And if you want to know more information, go to reigiverclass.com. That's reigiverclass.com. Put it up on the screen so that way you can see it. Go in there and fill out the information. If you're ready to move forward with the payment. If not, fill out the information and someone from my office will be in touch with you. Next week, I'm going to be having a virtual happy hour for all of our clients, our VVIP clients. Come to our new office we just built out virtually, where you can just socialize and network with us. Until next time, I catch you guys later. Appreciate you. See everyone at the Drip Conference. Get your tickets, man. If you're serious about growing your business, whether it's real estate, wholesaling, credit repair, whatever, come to the Drip Conference. We got something for you. It stands for double revenue, increased profit. Until next time, see you guys later. Stay tuned. Listen to the few commercials. If you need good skip tracing, easy skip, you know what I mean? We take good care of you. Come on with the easy skip. You need a CRM. Reach out to us. We got you with the CRM. You know, we took 8 months to build that thing. So come on through. This podcast is sponsored by Easy Skip Tracing. Go to www.easyskiptracing.com for some of the most quality data in the marketplace. In fact, Easy Skip Tracing believes in good quality data so much that they're willing to provide you the leads as long as you skip trace the list with the company. Listen, text 1K leads to 44222 and get 1,000 free leads as long as you purchase the skip tracing with Easy Skip.
That's ISO? Rack it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up, I got some gas, some packs, I'm up in the greenhouse. Ball it up, I'm with the gang, we taking shots off the rebound. Fucking my post to say now, I've been humble too long, yeah. Tell them all to stay calm, yeah. Tell them all to move on, yeah. Fucking my post to say now, they be lost in the sauce, yeah. Took a loss, that's your loss, yeah. Had to get my point across, hey. Smoking that dope from Edmond, we the new meth in Redmond. We ain't real blood, but we brethren. Run up a check and it's pending. She talking my news, what send them? Fuck with the fam, you a dead man. Jesus, peace on my pending, and we still independent.
This podcast is sponsored by the REI Lead Vault. The REI Lead Vault is a real-world Podio workspace solution designed by real estate professionals for real estate professionals. Check it out at the reileadvault.com.
Nothing but nuggets. Yeah. See, I'm telling you, man. Came from nothing to something. Now we giving you game. Dropping nothing but nuggets.